Did you guys also get the safety training in church today in Elders Quorum and Relief Society about safety for the buildings? Man, that was good to hear and important for this time when violence is rising. And there's also a training online with a link that's really good that I'll show here where you can link to the actual training. I'm not qualified to go into the training in depth, but I do want to just briefly talk about what they're teaching about following the promptings of the Spirit. Be aware of your surroundings. If you see something, say something. We know our church is better than anyone, right? We know who usually comes there if someone looks suspicious. But it's not only about how they look, it's more about how they're acting. That's one thing that they focus on in our Elders Quorum. Don't judge people just on their appearance, but how they're acting and speaking. Secure sensitive information, manage the building access and key control. And if you see a sign of break-in, do not enter the church, guys. It could be dangerous. Lock your vehicles, hide your valuables. But then we need to know what to do if somebody does come in, if there is a dangerous situation or a robbery. So if there is an armed robbery or something going on, comply with their demands. Give them whatever they want. Don't argue or act defiant or confrontational. And they actually say, give your valuables without hesitation. If they ask for money, whatever they ask for, give it to them. Because you can replace things, you can't replace the people in your life, right? After the intruder leaves, call the police and then contact your priesthood leader. And then there's a video on the active shooter situation. It's kind of intense, but it does help you realize what to do.
And if you find yourself facing an active shooter, there are 3 key things you need to remember to survive. Run, hide, fight.
So with the active shooter situation, it's kind of scary, but they do teach us to run, hide, and fight. Okay, first run, then hide if you can't run, and then last resort is to fight. So, I'm kind of a fighter myself, and I would like to apprehend and stop harm and these sorts of terrible things from happening if I could. And so can we have a gun in church? I'm a gun carrying person and I support self-protection, but they've asked us that since they're dedicated houses of worship, that only police officers or current active law enforcement carries a gun inside the church, concealed or not. So that's an interesting thing, hard thing for me sometimes to think about. I would like to be able to protect people and be there in case of an emergency. But I also will respect what the church has asked us to do. Lastly, we have some ideas on how to identify violent behavior. And thank you so much for the church for helping us be prepared and safe in the church.